tweak to me. I wanted to work on some of my art pieces. And if there's one thing that I've always wanted to do is I'm gonna go basically take a trip back. And when you're a kid and you're watching cartoons, you're watching TV shows, whatever, and there's shows that you really enjoy, you're always wanting to try to create a character, create something, kind of basically fan fiction of you being in the cartoon. Like, what would my character be? What would I do in that cartoon? What would this happen? Whatever. And as a kid, I used to do that a lot to the shows that I loved. I grew up, watching shows like Batman the Animated Series and Beast Wars. And of course, in Beast Wars, I created my own Transformer. I gave him a backstory. I gave him all this kind of stuff. And as time went on, other shows that I, started to like were, Pokemon, Digimon. For some reason, Pokemon never created anything for Pokemon when I was a kid, which is weird because I played so much of it. But Digimon was one of those things that I did create where, there was a main cast of characters, each of them had a partner Digimon, and that Digimon could get stronger and evolve, based off of, how much strength he gets and all that kind of stuff. And so I did create my own Digidestin and Digimon in that show. And so one thing I've been wanting to do now that I'm older and actually have some artistic skill in drawing and painting and all that stuff, back then all I could draw was like a 2D, flat image of something like this. And it looked horrible. So now that I actually have the skill, one thing that I wanted to do was try to build or draw these characters that I created in my childhood and see what they would look like. So I started drawing one of the evolutions of my Digimon character that I created so long ago. And I'm still working on it. I didn't actually get to finish it, unfortunately, because once I got to trying to color it and stuff like that, it just looked off. So I'm still trying to make it work. But the footage you're watching right now is some of the, designing of it and drawing of it. So I hope you enjoy that. Another thing this week, or one thing that I did today specifically at work is, when people are like, what did you do at work today? Well, I set up 3 gaming consoles at my work today is what I did. In my office, I set up an Xbox One S, a PlayStation 4, and a Nintendo Switch. Because what we decided to do, marketing and Logo TV, is one of the things that we wanted to do to try to get more people to come to the games is we're actually setting up kind of like a fun corner of the stadium and the basketball arena, where we're going to have these gaming consoles, and we're going to have games like Madden, we're going to have games like racing games, Mario Kart, all that kind of stuff, so people can come and play. And we were just messing around with all these ideas that we could do with it, being able to hook it up to the video board and do a competition on that, being able to play movies out of it, on the video board, all of this crazy stuff that we can do with it. And we actually got these consoles, so I spent today basically just hooking up all the systems and updating them and testing them out. I played a little bit of Battlefront on the PlayStation 4. I played some Mario Kart on the Switch. And so overall, I'm looking forward to this because this is my bread and butter. Doing things with this is my concept. And in an earlier vlog, we were originally going to do a gaming thing with the football players for our NLI show. That never went through, but now since we have this, out there, we're actually thinking of let's just get a whole bunch of the new players, a new way to introduce the new players, get them in here, have them play and just kind of just talk to each other, have a good time. And that can actually be videos that we play on the video board during the game to get a little bit more excitement out of, the fans, so they can watch it and be like, oh, that's so cool. These guys are actually people and not just, things on a court, playing games. And lastly, this week, I actually just finished and got back from my hearing test to see what the damage was with my ear. And we actually got some good news, which kind of made me happy, is yes, there is some hearing loss in it at the moment, but what she said is that a lot of the hearing that I don't have actually comes from the eardrum. So the sensors and all that kind of stuff, all the stuff in the back and the middle ear area, or the inner ear, aren't affected. They're still perfectly fine. They're how they should be. So she's saying, if it heals itself, or if I get the patch, basically once the eardrum is taken care of, she said some of it should come back. She said it probably won't be perfect, but it'll be better than it is now. So that was at least some good news. So now I just got to figure out what I'm going to do about the eardrum. I'm going next week on Wednesday back to another thing with Dr. Locke to look at the ear again to see if it is healing. And then I just need to figure out if it heals itself, awesome, or if I need to get the surgical patch, whatever. But it's nice to know that my hearing isn't overly affected. So that's pretty much it what I got for this week. I really don't know what's going on next week, so we'll just have to find out when we get to it. So everybody, take care.